Shalom. All praise, all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rahakakwadash. Peace and salutations to the hopefully elect scattered abroad. Double honor to the elder and apostles, a great millstone who taught me this truth and who rule well. Alright, y'all, Shalom. Alright, we're going to come out of Jeremiah 50 with a quick lesson today. Alright, so this is going to be called A Drought is Upon Her Waters. We're going to begin at Jeremiah 50, verse 35. A sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith the Lord, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men. A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed. Alright, so what does this mean? You know, the sword being upon the Chaldeans, alright? That sword is a curse that's coming into the house of the thief, you know, pursuant to the scriptures. You know, we seen these chariots and these, you know, they call them UFOs, or they have a new term for them now, UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon, right? So we see these things, you know, on either coast of the continental United States. You know, these things are taking place. You know, the sword is upon the Chaldean. You know, who's the Chaldean? You know, that's Esau, Edom. You know, the elite rulership of this wicked world that we're living in right now. You know, but we know all things are in the power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. You know, so you know, once again, you know, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. You know, for these prophecies being brought to light. You know, from the elders and apostles on down. You know, they teaching us this truth, and to look into the scriptures and to break down words and to edify the body. Right? So we go in the spirit of prophecy, standing on our watch. And what is the spirit of prophecy? The word of Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is the embodiment of the word of prophecy. You know? So he said, not only will you be servants, you will be counted brothers. Right? So we in this truth, we're supposed to be studying to show ourselves approved. You know? So looking at this word, you know, it says in verse 36, a sword is upon the liars. You know, who are the liars? You know who that is. That's Esau. That's the wicked. It said they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed. Right? They trying to figure out right now what they're gonna do. You know, they don't have no defense for something that doesn't comply to the laws of gravity. Man, you know, you look at it, they can barely track them, let alone try to fire upon them. Something fell out the sky the other day. A sister caught it somewhere in the United States, but you should have seen how the F-16, how they jets was swarming upon this thing that fell out the sky. Maybe they managed to hit one of the chariots. We don't know. Maybe it was a drone. It could have been anything. You know, the footage wasn't clear enough to see, but still that sword. You know, verse 37: the sword is upon their horses, upon their chariots, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her. Right? Okay. So the horses and the chariots will represent in this day and age, you know, the planes, the MRAP vehicles, the tanks, all of those, the ships of the sea. You know, those are the things that will be representing the horses and the chariots, because those are things of war and transport. You know, so if we fast forward to this timeline, you know, we see these things, and it said upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her. You know, we know America is mingled with all the nations. You know, with most nations, you know, people seek asylum for their countries, from their countries, they come here. Biden basically just opening up the borders. That's what the Democrats do. Why? So they can spoon feed people, so they can increase the size of government, right? They say, woe to those that decree unrighteous decrees and prescribe grievous things, prescribe grievousness. You know, these are false decrees going out, false doctrines going out on a daily basis. You know, and we got this plantation Christianity misleading the people. You know, like they basically the modern Pharisees of this time. You know, they're religious men. You know, they only seek to please their own belly. You know, so the sword is upon this place. You know, sword is upon the liar. You know, the hypocrite. You know, let's read on. And they shall become as women. You know, they walk around with their chest poked out. They walk around with their M16s. They think they can't be touched. They all about their little so-called Second Amendment, you know. But the weapons of the Lord are not carnal. You know, that's a carnal mind state, and that's going to be the downfall of this place. This is modern Babylon, man. A spiritual. The scriptures say it's spiritual Sodom and Egypt. Okay, it said the sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed. Right? So this place got a great amassing of precious metals, silver, gold, palladium, all of those things. Right now in the Bay Area, they got a theft ring going on where people are stealing catalytic converters out of vehicles because it got palladium in it, and not many people know that. Namely, they're looking for the Toyota Priuses. You know, but that's just one thing. But it's all a racket. It's all this stuff is designed to take everybody into transhumanism. And what I mean by that, by mentioning the racket, well, the thing about it is they want to. The whole agenda is to have electronic cars by 2050 or sooner than that. You know, zero emissions, because they're talking about global warming, and that's the point of this video. You know, a drought is upon her waters, right? Verse 38, a drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up, for it is the land of graven images, and they are mad upon their idols, right? A drought is upon her waters. You know, there's a video that I saw today talking about the Hoover Dam. It's in the state of Nevada. That's where I am. You know, I'm in the state of Nevada. You know, and they're talking about an 8-year cap on the water. Talking about it's going to run out, and basically the people who own homes, they will get priority over people who even farm land. So they need that water, you know, to water the agriculture, and to clean and rinse, you know, the soil. And they're not going. They pretty much gotta stave their production off by like at least 25-30%, you know, in order to see profits. But water is decreasing. You know, it's coming from the Colorado River all the way to the west, and it supports Nevada, Arizona, and California. You know, the southwestern of the United States of America, and this water is running out. They said the water dropped by like 30%. You know, and that's a pretty big decrease in water. You know, so water usage is about to be put to a minimum. You know, we're about to see some things, because if they stop the water, you know, I mean, they not stopping the water, but it's definitely the hand of the Most High. You know, you see these chariots and stuff. This is the sword upon the land of the thief, and it's inside the house of the thief, man. You know, and we seeing it. You know, you can look at the news. You know, like I say, you know, the prophets, the men of the Lord are standing on the watch and looking at these things, man. And hopefully we are that hopefully elect number, 144,000. So Salaki, give me 1 second. I gotta deal with my son real quick. All right, Salaki, I'm gonna take this show on the road. I'm gonna do a little bit of walk and talk with it. But let's read 38 again, Jeremiah 50:38. I say, a drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up. And you know, that's what's happening. It says, for it is the land of graven images, right? So the land of graven images, that's pretty clear cut, man. You don't have to explain that. You can look at the Statue of Liberty. You can look at the Washington or the Lincoln Memorial. You can look at a lot of things. This place is the land of graven images and idols. You got the yeah, yes, son. What is it? What'd you see? Oh, you see a plane?
Yeah, I know.
You're looking at a plane up here. We at a park, so he looking at planes and stuff like that. He all excited. Yeah, so yeah, graven images, man. You know, this is the land of graven images. I mean, this is like a staple. This is a staple for the United States, graven images. You know, and you know, the people here worship things that are inanimate objects. You know, that can't breathe, can't talk, can't save you. You know, so just the land of the graven images spoken of in verse 38. A drought is upon her waters; they should be dried up. This is just one of the plagues. You know, so there are surely more to follow. You know, as Yahweh Shai would say, verily, verily, I say unto thee. You know, it says, for it is the land of graven images, and they are mad upon their idols. You know, hey, these idols don't have no power to save, man. So we witnessing this right now. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom to the hopefully elect. All right, to the next one.